Turning now to your community focus, the latest report card on Rhode Island schools is out, and most schools showed neither improvement nor decline. Rhode Island Education Commissioner Angélica Infante-Green joins me now live in studio to talk about that and more. Thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
So we're talking about these star ratings. They were released on your website on Friday. Rather quietly. It was Steph Machado from the Boston Globe who found them. In the past, there's been a press conference and a public release. Why a different route this year?
So we heard from the superintendents that they want to be the first to know the information.
Okay.
And that they want to be able to talk to their communities and they want to have the information. So we released it on Friday, but we met with them on Thursday. We met with all the superintendents. And then on Friday, we met with all the principals. And we went over it because what the report card does, what I think the public doesn't know, is that they have a strategic plan that they have to write, a district-wide strategic plan. And we've created this new system where they put it into our system. It's all online, and it's a working document. They use the information to say, what's the area of focus? And what we saw across the state is that there has been improvement in graduation. There has been improvement in performance. The area that most districts struggled with in most schools was their MLLs. That is what you will see. So
that's multilingual learners.
Yes, I apologize
okay.
for using acronyms. Multilingual learners. And if you go on the website, what you want to look at is the report card. If you're a parent, you want to look at the report card, the different areas. How is the school performing in graduation? How is it performing in proficiency? And then you'll see that there are other subgroups. And I think that's where the challenge has been. But I am very proud of all the work that the schools have done. If you see, there has been improvement in all those other areas. The challenge that we're having is that our population of multilingual learners has doubled in many schools. And across the state, it's up by 32%.
I wanted to ask you about this, and I want to talk to you about some funding issues that you might foresee coming this year. But in terms of multilingual learners, you've asked for extra money from the governor for this population because, as you said, it's grown extensively. The budget is coming out next week. If that money isn't in there, what happens?
Well, I feel very lucky because the governor has made education a priority. So, and last year he put money in for our multilingual learners. He is also, you know, this is also a priority of his. He has put money in. We don't know what that's going to look like. But, you know, as enrollment declines, our multilingual learners are growing in our state. And we see about a $7,000 decrease in enrollment across the state, which is hard. It's hard for our school districts. But what we have seen is a number of multilingual learners in our school system. So this money is going to help the teachers learn how to work with the students. So it's really important to us. I feel very hopeful that we will get the funding that we need. We all know that the population has changed. The General Assembly last year actually created a statute that requires RIDE to come up with numbers of how it's changed, all these things. They're looking forward. This is where we're going.
Yeah, let's talk about the funding because, as you mentioned, enrollment is declining, and so the General Assembly might rein in some of the funding. The COVID money is drying up this year. Are you worried about potential mass layoffs, a fiscal cliff coming this year?
Yeah, am I worried? Absolutely. I think that you know, not just us in Rhode Island, but across the nation, we see school districts that are struggling because enrollment has declined. Like I said, it's a 7,000 student decline, which is big for our state. And the federal money is drying up. You know, we're lucky that our state has taken it very seriously. So there have been 2 years where the state has committed to keeping the funding to pre-pandemic numbers. But that is also going to go away, and it's going away at the same time. And what happens with that is that districts have to make difficult choices. There will be layoffs, like for example in Providence, there's a hiring freeze right now. So different districts will have to make those choices. And you know, we just saw, I talked to some of my colleagues in Massachusetts, Boston is closing school buildings. It is a difficult situation that we all find us in. The superintendents are going to have to make cuts. They're going to have to look for places where they're going to have savings. It is a harsh reality.
All right, unfortunately that is all the time that we have. I know there's much more that we could talk about, so we'll have you back again here on 12 News at 4. Rhode Island Education Commissioner Angélica Infante-Green, thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.